Well, hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. This is the Naked Eye Podcast, and I am your host, Chanel Marie. And I have three lovely ladies today to help me bring in this topic today. Today's topic, we will be talking about Derek Jackson and his many infidelities, his inability to keep his Johnson in his pants. Right, his Jackson. He cannot keep his Jackson to
Johnson and
himself.
Johnson.
I just want to go ahead and let these ladies introduce themselves, starting with Taisha. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell the people who you are, what you do.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Hi guys. Okay, so my name is Taisha. I am a realtor. For one, that's one thing that I do. The helpful agent. So anybody looking to buy a home, I got you. I also do a vlog called One Stamp at a Time. It's on YouTube, and then you can follow me on Instagram at Watch Us Trip. And Planet Tie is my personal one. And I also do Forex trading as well. So
Hey, with the Forex, come through with the Forex. Hey. What is this?
You kind of just put me on the spot because I don't know what I do. Okay.
you know what you do, girl.
So,
Be proud.
hi, my name is Victoria Nicole. I actually am a full-time worker at the VA, and I am a full-time mom, and I'm a full-time student online for now. I am a business major, so soon I'll be coming out with my business, probably sometime this summer or fall, and just living life. I guess that's all I got for now.
And that was enough. That was perfect.
That's a lot.
All right, Letitia.
Hi, my name is Letitia. I am a full-time postal worker. I also have my own cleaning business, Touch of Faith Cleaning Service. So if you guys need anything cleaned
Okay.
up, I got you. I am a full-time mom as well. That's a 24-hour job on top of what I do. And I'm just out here trying to explore and get my fingers and mind into this and that, and hopefully it takes me somewhere eventually. That's what I'm praying for.
Amen.
Sending positive vibes.
Right. Positive vibes her way. So, ladies, join me. I'm so excited to talk about this because there's a lot to talk about. And for people who have just joined or are listening in, we are talking about the Derek Jackson. Is this a scandal? Is this considered a scandal?
It's a scandal.
Okay. Yes, it's a scandal. So, for those who don't know, let's talk about who is Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson is a relationship guru. We're going to put quotes on it. A relationship guru with 1.3 million trillion something Instagram followers, and has confessed to having multiple affairs after fans uncovered his indiscretions. So, have you guys watched any of Derek's relationship videos and actually took his advice or was like, hey, yes, he owns something, yes? Because I was like, okay, he's speaking some truth to these men.
Child, now that I think about it, when he first came out, let me tell you, probably about 2012, maybe, or maybe, I don't know how soon he's been out, but I remember seeing him on Facebook all the time. And I used to listen to I'm gonna say about probably 10 of his videos since, I don't know, from then to now. And some of the stuff was kind of motivating. Like, yeah, you're right, coming from a dude. I'm like, all right, he know better. He ain't gonna tell me wrong. He's a dude himself if he's saying this and that. He right. I need to get my, I need to leave, with situations. I was always maybe just in time videos was coming to me. So I'm like, all right, clearly this is a sign. If a dude is saying it, then I need to listen or whatever. So I was taking him serious, but I wasn't always watching his videos. But I feel like he was probably somebody legit that you could probably listen to and follow, like for guidance, kind of like Steve Harvey. And I was no. Yes. So I'm like, all right, yeah. Like, so I knew of him, and I think I don't know if this is the same guy or not, but I got cards. Like he was selling, I think, stimulate your mind cards. Was that him?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he
I
has a
got
game.
cards. Yes,
Hmm.
I have some cards because I'm like, if I'm in the dating scene and you want to ask these questions for guys, like these serious questions, you want to get to know about them a little deeper. Use these cards to find out if he the man for you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I got them damn
You
cards.
dropped the Kool-Aid.
I got them cards, man, because I was the type of person that never asked the questions that I needed to ask, like those kind of questions, like that you will need to know if we gonna like actually get somewhere or not, we on the same page or not. So I got them over there, actually, right there. Look, I'm looking at them. But yes, yes,
Oh
Victoria drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh Lord.
just a little bit, because I'm always open to like male advice and stuff.
Perspective, yeah.
Yeah, perspective. So yes, y'all.
So Taisha, did you watch his videos?
Um, I am not an avid follower, but when I saw the story broke, I'm like, let me go search, see what this dude did. I realized I already was following him, so clearly at some point I liked something that he said. But I mean, I try to follow people who are, I guess, conscious, and he I don't think I drunk the Kool-Aid necessarily, but I do. I don't know why I'm referring to it like that, but I do think that at some point along the way he was saying stuff that made sense, and that it doesn't really matter that if you like the messenger or not, if the message is good. And that's just kind of how I felt. I'm like, I'm real weary of people who think they know everything about everything. I think I'm one of those people, but I'm
Yeah.
really weary about that anyway. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
okay, he making a little sense. I'll follow him, but I'm not like an avid follower of his videos, no.
Okay,
But I was all in his business on this though.
oh,
I was.
Letitia, what about you?
She there? Tisha?
Letitia, can you hear me?
I think she just froze.
She's frozen.
Are
She
we hearing?
Oh,
blinking.
hey. Yeah, I can hear you.
Were you a watcher of his
I,
videos?
She fell asleep with her eyes open.
Uh-uh. Don't do that. That's scary.
I, wa-
I think her signal is freezing.
Mm-hmm.
I watched his
Freezing?
video, quite a few of his videos. I almost ordered one of his books, but something about him kind of seemed the whole videos and everything seemed kind of scripted.
Yeah.
And like it just seemed like, I don't know, like I understand people have their excuse me, their insights on relationships, but I didn't know much about him. I didn't even know he was married until all this came.
Exactly.
This expert on relationships, just making videos on. I didn't even know much about him, and I found out a lot once all this came out. So it was a shocker to me. Like, what, he married? So
that was
the
the
that
questions
just
that
blew me.
I had that question to you guys too. Is do you think that he never mentioned his marriage based on privacy, or do you think that he never mentioned his marriage based off of the idea that he knew what he was doing?
His marriage is a little bit like, I mean, there's literally all of like 3-4 pictures. Like there was an anniversary picture. When I dive. So I saw some pictures from like a couple of 5 months ago where he, she was 5 months pregnant, and it was from some time ago where he posted that picture from their wedding. And then not too long ago in January, he also posted a picture. So I don't think that he was hiding, but he sure as hell wasn't showing it off either. Not like somebody who would be, so proud the way he talks about that he would be if he had a partner. I swear I really didn't know he was married. Like,
I feel like he was at this point with all of this coming out. I feel like he was a straight up clout chaser at this point. I don't think he wanted anybody to know that he was married. I mean, obviously, if you go to his like Taisha said, if you go to his personal page, I guess he got her on there. But he ain't never in the videos were the ones that I saw ever mention him in a relationship or can relate or stuff that he done did before and why he's telling this. He just wanted the attention, and that's how you can get multiple women. Because
Yep.
you telling people like women, ladies, you deserve better, blah blah blah. Blah. People gonna be sliding in your DMs. Like you just a
Yeah,
clout chaser.
for sure.
Clout chaser. You did that just so that you can get more women and you knew what type of wife you had or whatever the case may be, and so you didn't feel the need to broadcast her because you knew. I feel like he knew what he was doing, period. He just knew what he was doing, and he purposely did not broadcast her for that, probably to protect her, because he knew that once he get out here, they wouldn't be able to find her, probably to get to let her know what was going on. That's
He
just
knew.
me though.
He knew.
He was a little sneaky with it. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
So I want to play off of that protection part. So if it was to protect him, how could he be protecting her, knowing that with the understanding that she also knew about, he didn't say it was one, but many infidelities. So is he protecting her from Facebook?
I
Is he
think he protected himself, honestly. Like, it's easy if you don't decide to broadcast your relationship for you to be able to tell these women anything that they want to hear. Like, oh, and I know that was one of the narratives that one of the mistresses had, that, oh, I thought that he was separated, but, it's not much for you to go off of, especially from his page. You would think a man like him, the way that he speaks and the way that he acts, that he
yeah,
would be broadcasting the woman that he chose. After
Exactly.
being so conscious and after
This is
knowing
my
exactly what
queen.
type of woman you want and having it crystal clear in your mind, you would think that you would broadcast that type of woman. And if you're not, then some women would look at it like, okay, well, he's not happy. And they feel like that's a way for them to move in. So I really think he was more so protecting himself, my opinion.
I agree.
Anybody else, Letitia?
I feel like he was telling on himself in a way in the videos he was making.
Yeah.
I feel
Because of
like
the
the videos he was actually telling what he was, what he was doing. But he's like speaking in a third person, if that makes sense. As a third person,
that's
that makes
sick.
sense.
That's real sociopath
But
behavior.
I feel like
Oh, you said sociopath. That was exactly where I
That
was.
makes sense because he leaving their houses and going in the car. Ladies, if your man ever, girl, you right, you own to something.
With the sociopath traits, like him referring to himself, even in the apology video,
Oh my
he
goodness.
referred to himself as Derek Jackson.
That was
3
creepy.
And it kind of creeped me out because I'm just like, the problem I had mostly was there was no sense of remorse. There was no sense of remorse in his apology. It was just kind of like rolling off the shoulders. She knows I did this. Everybody knows I did this. It's good. It's done. It's over with.
Yeah.
Instead of him really having the empathy to take the responsibility.
Responsibility.
I
Yeah.
agree.
That's what
So
I'm saying. And that's why he put his wife on the screen, because he's like, she okay with it. We already talked about it. We good.
This
And
happened
so,
months ago.
right, y'all tripping. Like, what y'all tripping for? She right here. She's sitting right here. Go ahead. Hold my hand, basically. Hold my hand. Like,
right. So let's talk about the receipts. Can we talk about these mistresses? These ladies. So the mistresses, there was one who had a
I
full
feel like
interview.
maybe she's holding something over his head.
What?
Let me get on the shade room.
Maybe she's holding something over his head, because that probably, yeah, like Chanel said, it did seem a little practice. It didn't seem genuine at all.
Because he was just so like, he was like, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. That's someone who is defensive. A person who comes off defensive about their actions and really believes that their actions were actually correct are more in your face rather than taking a back seat and saying, okay, I know I shouldn't have done that. So I'm going to allow the public to just like let me know where y'all at with this, or
But
let
oh,
my wife, or even not even come to the forefront and put out an apology. You could have just sat and been quiet.
Yeah,
but didn't he
really could
say?
have.
Didn't y'all say that he already tried to divorce her? So maybe this is like you said, it's no remorse because he already tried to leave you. Like, girl, I tried to leave you already, and
So
you won't sign the papers. So
right. So allegedly, one of his mistresses said that he was trying to file for divorce, and she refused to sign the papers. And during that time,
well, that could be a lie.
they were separate. Yep, that's why I add that alleged. So
Yeah,
Mm.
he didn't even mention that. He didn't address that and go back and make another video about that one.
no, he didn't go back and make another video about
Hmm.
that. And so that's what kind of makes me confused, because the mistress also said this was on the what is it?
The
On the
shade
shade.
room.
Yeah. This was on the shade room. The mistress said something about them being separated, and he came back on and made that video because he was trying to explain to the mistress why he made the video and why he was holding her hand, because she ain't understand
Oh, man.
her hand and why he had to make the video.
That
So
would make a
it's
lot of
holding
sense.
something over somebody's head. Somebody doing something. Somebody's doing something.
Do y'all think the receipts are real from the girl?
I'm gonna say yes because
What do
I
they?
just pulled up something.
Mm-hmm.
And because I guess it's another blogger called Unwind with Tasha K.
Do
And
you want to know if they have anything um amongst each other, like like financial properties or anything? Because money could also play a part in this whole situation. And as far as having a divorce, him divorcing her or she divorcing him, that could play a major part in why this story came to surface as well.
I personally think
I
she
just feel like
released
it's
it.
something more
Also,
behind what was said in front of.
what she say?
I don't know
What is happening here?
what's
No,
happening.
you cut out. You have froze. Hello?
Everybody's freezing, and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
confused on what part we on.
So I stopped because I was trying to see what Letitia was saying. But I think that with the divorce situation, if it was something that was brought up, I believe that it was put out by the wife. I believe that she would purposefully, spitefully put it out as some type of collateral on him, saying, "Oh, well, now I'm going to air your dirty laundry.
Hmm.
You're going to lose all of your followers because now I see that you're actually moving on to possibly be with so and so." Because the mistress did mention a pregnancy. He really wanted her to keep that child. She was not interested. She's, I think, in her early 30s and not interested in having children yet.
Hmm.
So I see that as something as collateral for her to throw out there because she sees him moving on with his life with or without the finalized divorce.
I agree. I really think that it could have been the wife who put it out there. First, I'm like, you know what? She's saying, she's a Christian woman, and I think she was willing to take her husband back, but I don't think that's what he wanted. She seems like the type, and I'm only speculating that, she's like the devil made my husband cheat kind of person. That's what it
You ever
seems
seen
like, and
Greenleaf?
it just seems like huh?
So you ever seen
Green,
Greenleaf?
No.
Yeah,
The
she flipped the
show?
script with that.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
I'm,
about to look.
it's with it. It's kind of
She,
what you're saying right now,
she,
Taisha.
I just think that she feel like the devil might have made him do it really. And then when she saw that, she was willing to take him back, and like you said, Chanel, he was like essentially moving on. You
mm,
know, it just came out, and then not only that, he got a book that just came out at the same time. Love each other without whatever hurting each other, and she just like, you know what, that's okay. I got something for you, but I guess we'll never know. That's just speculation.
right. So you mentioned that he has these books. I didn't know that he had like publications.
He
What are
Me
does.
either.
Even in some of his videos, they're behind him, and that's another thing that I noticed. In all his videos, like some are outside this alleged mistress's house, and then some of them are in his office. And then if you look in his office, first of all, I just think he's everything about him is scripted, like Letitia said. Um, Behind him, I just like to observe behind him, there's like photos of him and his mother, no photos of him and his wife, no photos of him and his children, just a photo of him and his mother, and a photo of him, his previous book before the one that just came out. Like,
okay?
this just doesn't seem like a well-rounded conscious something. I think there's just something so much more to this, but
So, one of the according to Essence, online gossip about Jackson's affair, his affair began in early March. So I'm guessing they mean early March of last year.
Gotta be.
it has to be because he said this was months ago.
Okay, so March of last year. Um,
You said of
and
last year? Of
yeah,
last
of
year?
last year.
Wow.
And this week, Candace, listen, let me get this name right. Candace D. Medero claimed to have an affair with him after he allegedly told her that he and his wife were separated. So he said that him and his wife were separated.
He
So
did it.
Did Candace say he said that, or did he say that out of his mouth that he said that to her?
He said it.
Candace said that he told her that they were separated.
That's all they always say that, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, they if they married, they claiming that they separated, and if they in a relationship, they claiming that but it ain't going really the way that I wanted to go.
And at the end, they ain't never leaving their wives though. Come
So
on
I
now.
never found her page because I want to see when the last time she even posted something about him, because
Who?
I'm not buying it. I just had her page pulled up. His
The
his,
Candace
his
chick?
yeah, no, Danae, his wife.
Oh, okay.
So with the wife, there was a portion of the video where he asked her, do you have anything to say?" And during her little blurb,
Spiel.
right, her
Hmm.
spiel, her blurb that she gave to me, what I read from her was spitefulness. I read spitefulness. I read aggravation. I got that it was
Resentment.
very to the point. Like she was when she mentioned like he had multiple affairs, it was not right for him to have sex with these women. It was not
Mhm.
right for him to because I do not tolerate. You can tell in her tone that she's at her wits end with this shit.
Yeah.
Like she was like at within, and then when she started to bring in how God is going to deal with him and how she did stay away, I kind of applauded her for giving that narration of what she did, if this is at all what she did, um, and staying away from a man for a period of time when he has done wrong towards you. Because women nowadays, I don't feel that they have the discernment or the self care within themselves to even stay away from anybody who has done um,
Hmm.
has been negative, especially in with significant others. Um, Somebody could have cheated on a woman, and she's like, "Oh, he cheated," but it's always that excuse. Whereas she said he cheated, and I left. I did not come back until I saw a change in him. How do you guys feel about that narrative that she gave?
Anybody going? I mean, I think that you are
I
definitely
think
on
it
to something
started
because
long before high school. I mean, long before
oh, okay, go ahead.
marriage.
Yeah, it really could have.
Yeah.
Because
I
did they
mean,
get married right out of high school?
no, but I think she just said that they got married 3 years ago, so they've been together since high school, which means they probably went to. Didn't they go off to college too? From what I saw on the page, I think they went off to college. He was a football player. You already know
I'm getting deep.
how it could have been with that too. He probably was already cheating as a football player, an athlete.
Oh, we putting a whole bunch on this band.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
But
mean,
I
I'm just
feel the
saying,
same
but she
way.
probably was used to it from that. Then obviously he coming in, becoming famous, and messing up on that. She forgave him, and all of this stuff is coming out now, and she's just like,
So we have a theory. We have a theory from the male's perspective. He's about
Okay.
to jump in.
Dun dun dun.
Weight of the male world on my shoulders.
Maybe
Yep, it's on
marrying
you.
her
No, but no, if you
benefited him some
honestly,
way.
now that I've looked at her page, I honestly feel like he didn't want to marry her. You got to
Okay.
remember,
Uh-huh.
she was 5 months pregnant at the wedding photos.
Yep.
She's a
Yeah,
very
I think it
religious
benefited
person.
him some way
So
too.
nine times out of
That's why
10,
he did it. But
he probably got forced to marry her because she was pregnant and she did not believe
Mm-hmm.
in having kids out of wedlock and probably beat him
Oh
over
yeah,
the head with it.
Christian, not
So
the right way to do
some
it.
men do
So they
that.
want
submissive to the point that he just gave in to
It's
marrying
that
her.
pressure.
Well,
It's
you
that
understand
pressure.
we don't know what his relationship with his mother is. I mean, she puts him in the photo. I mean,
Mhm.
he puts the photo of her in the background whenever he's doing these speeches. So his mom probably got in his ear and was like, "Well, you made this bed, you got to lie and you got to marry that woman."
Okay. Yeah. Old
So
school.
listening to mama, he married her.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his college football career wasn't going nowhere.
Okay.
that's
So
true. And she
you
been
know,
there since day one, and she got his kids.
so he probably had to marry her, even though he was probably out here still dicking and sticking every chick on campus because he was walking around with a football jersey on. But he
Yep.
got this one pregnant. So
Right.
this is the one he married.
I 100% agree.
That
This is
makes
not
sense.
the first time I heard this narrative either. Like
Mhm.
I've heard, well, the only man I got around, but I
Right.
got the same opinion. I really think that it had a lot to do with religion. We don't know what her parents are like, and
Mhm.
him like having the appearance, I guess, of a stand-up guy. I'm almost positive that's something that, like, like you said, like, that he would feel obligated to do so to make an honest woman out of her, and feeling that pressure just so he doesn't have that conflict with the mother of his child. And then, he's just like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to just do what I got to do. You know, somebody said,
Oh,
do
we got a question.
So, do y'all think she should stay? Ooh.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with So they're married.
Mhm.
If they're gonna go with the narrative of Christians and
No,
the
because
Lord.
it's
hold
Oh,
on.
going to
I want to
continue
hear it. I
on.
want to hear
Those
it. Well, I
relationships
don't
he
know.
had with those
hold
women
on.
continue,
We overlapping.
whether she's there or
Yeah,
not.
What happened?
What'd you say, Victoria?
I don't know. I Okay, I was saying that. Wait, I'm confused. Okay, if they're gonna go with the narrative of being a Christian, then okay, the Bible says you're thick and thin, you're rich or poor. I guess she gonna stay. But for me, if you doing all this, you're not about to make a fool out of me. And then on top of that, you went and did a public apology, and there's more stuff coming out. Like you've been very sloppy with the situation. You've been sticking like the man said over there. You've been sticking everybody since day one, basically, and you
Right.
think I'm about to stay, it's a no for me. But for her, the way that she playing is she gonna be the strong woman and stay by her man because that's what the Lord, that's what I was raised upon, kind of the narrative. I feel like she gonna stay. I hope she don't. But that's probably why she getting torn down so much though, because nowadays we independent black women who can do better. We ain't taking no, and everybody like all the women are on her. I don't want to cuss. Look, everybody
They
on
on
her
her
butt now.
ass.
Like she looking stupid. Like you really sitting here about this clown talking about everything is good. The Lord got like you should be gone, girl. It's more fish in the sea. Just
Yeah.
go, just
I
go.
think that she's I can't say whether I think she should or should not stay because it really all depends. Well, I mean, I'm not even speaking from how I feel, but for a lot of people, it goes one way. Like, can you show me that you can improve your behavior and you can recommit to me in one way? And then for other people, it's just like, you know what, I deserve better than this, and you know,
Listen, you got
publicly
a
cheating is
whole.
a lot different as well. Like it's so many factors for her to take into consideration. Like, so I can't say should she or should she not, but there's a
True.
lot of factors. Like, it's just a lot different when it gets public and you have so many different opinions and so many different people's perspectives, weighing in.
And
And I'm
tearing
sure that
her
weighs
down.
on her as well.
And tearing
You
her
know,
down now instead of him.
yeah, and then that's the narrative that came in as well. Like, and I mentioned this before we got on live, but it's like the narrative from women is like, that, we destroying her because she, came on there and, wasn't looking how we expect people to look, and people blaming her essentially for why he cheated. So I mean, I can't say should she or should she not, but I think that there's a lot of factors to take into consideration before you decide to take
Like the
somebody.
mistress that was pregnant, though. I'm just saying.
But somebody getting
That's
pregnant, that's too much
that's
for
a
me. That's
no.
a hard.
Exactly. It's a
That's a
no.
hard.
And you told her to keep it. I'm just saying.
Letitia,
It's a
do you
hard no for me. The kid, no, no, no.
you think she should stay, Letitia?
It's the connection.
It's the connection. She keep
Um,
freezing.
Keep the
no, I don't
connection.
think she should stay, but I think she will try to because, well, this situation, him, I feel like he's damaged her inside and out. Even if she was to move on with someone else, the next guy, that comes for her, I believe will do the same thing because her esteem is not
Yep.
there. So
Mm-hmm.
it's no way she can acknowledge, the potential mate that comes her way, his good intentions if he has any for her. But I feel
I have
like
a question for y'all too.
Mhm.
she shouldn't stay, but I think she will.
I agree with you because she's too. If it's happened many times already before, she already torn down and
Not
broken.
even
She not going nowhere. There's no way for her to get, I guess, the strength to leave. I don't think at this
yeah,
point he
she
done
is.
broke her down too many, like too
The
much.
next person come will definitely use this as their own advantage.
I'm just confused on. I mean, I don't disagree with y'all, but what has all of us thinking that she's insecure, or that she's, doesn't have any self esteem? We don't know exactly how. Is it because she got on camera with him that y'all think that she doesn't have any self esteem? I ain't gonna say that I don't think that's
Well,
true, but
I could definitely speak to her self esteem. She does not carry any self esteem issue at all
I
because her strength in her being able to broadcast her faith, her strength
mm-hmm,
in her
I
being able
agree.
to broadcast herself next to her husband, who has been, who
Unfaithful.
outside of the marriage, and
Mm-hmm.
be able to eloquently be able to explain herself and what she wants to do. I don't see that as a person who has much insecurity. I think it is mostly a woman who is literally sticking by her belief system. She's
Mm-hmm.
sticking by her belief system as a brooch for her confidence, for her to be able to withstand whatever she has been dealing with, which some people they really do. When I think about it, some people really do rely on their faith based to be able to get them through certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the idea of women bashing her for how she looked, I'ma just say this. She ain't know she was gonna be on camera that day. She ain't know. I feel like she ain't know because I seen this lady in deep V cut dresses.
I seen her dolled up. Mm-hmm.
Yes, this she has been dialed up before.
Or
She
she probably was irritated by him already. Like, come on,
right,
you
and she
back
wearing
on video.
everything, but I did understand at the same time where the women were coming from as it pertains to men, because something that women do sometimes get besides themselves on is not understanding a lot of the times that men's nature is literally based on visuals. Like
Oh my goodness. Yes,
That's
I'm
what you
so glad
said.
you
Yeah,
said that.
you did say
a
that.
man's nature is based on visuals. He ain't looking at you because you said hi. He saw your personality right away. Okay,
Yeah,
let's just be honest. He saw
they're
you.
visual creatures.
Exactly. And that's going to be the nature of a man to see a woman. But it's also the temptation because every married man will tell you the very point in time that he said, I do, thereafter, the temptation came without a doubt. I've had conversations with various married men who have said, I have never been in contact with more women than when I said I do. Women come like a waterfall, and the
And he's
temptation.
also a public figure. He's a public
Mhm.
figure who's always around women. His conversation is directed
Is
towards
around
women.
women. Yeah.
Even the panels that he get on, he's around successful, powerful, beautiful,
Yeah.
outspoken women all the time. But I just didn't understand the narrative that we automatically, went to by saying, "Oh, she's standing by her man, so she's insecure or she has no self-esteem." That I don't. I can't say that I agree with that because I'm not sure
we have
what
to we have to also take into account her faith. The faith that she has also does say that if he is to cheat or step out on her, she does have the free will to leave. But
But y'all, I'm gonna go with the insecure. It has.
but why is she insecure?
I
Because she
feel like she
decided to
got
take
a
her
little
man back.
bit of insecurity because I mean, if we gonna go with the narrative, if she has been with this man since high school, okay,
okay,
and
she
he
knows
been cheating on her since high school, whatever. She never dated
How you
anybody
know they've
else.
been cheating since high
I'm
school?
saying, I'm saying I'm going with the narrative.
Yeah.
So, she hasn't dated anybody else. I mean, I'm just going with this kind of thought. Like, it could have been one of those high school sweethearts. There are people out here who ain't never dated nobody outside of the man that they've been with since high school.
That's
So
true.
she's been with him since day one. And he been cheating on her probably since college. I don't know. And she ain't never had the chance to go
Yep.
out here and meet
Yep.
these other guys.
I truly
She
believe
just
he
don't
has.
know anybody else
It's been going on
outside
long
of
before
him.
marriage.
Yep. So she don't know nothing else, nobody else outside of him. She don't know what she deserves. She don't know how to be treated outside of him, and so therefore she gonna stick with her
He
man and
hasn't
keep
experienced
She
had
must
that
not have watched
experience.
his
Yeah.
videos. I
and
guess.
yeah, she right. And she
You gotta read the book.
she like that's my man. I don't need to watch it. So she probably just like don't
She
know
had to
nothing
know.
else. She don't know what's out there. This is what she comfortable with. This is who she knows. This is her best. It could be her best friend. You know, she's known him for this long. It's her best friend. So outside of the relationship, she gonna just stay with him because they have a friendship. They probably got a friendship outside of the relationship. You know, it could be deeper than that too. But I do feel like it got to be some kind of little insecurity. It gotta be, and she just got a whole one the way that she like my what is it?
Yeah.
My body of
Yeah.
armor. Like
And
she
my
just
What's
cloth of
he
pride.
right.
he
She just
knows
gotta
her.
stay there. She gotta stay strong
He
in that
knows her
mindset. Like,
inside and out. He knows
and
what
so
he
he
can
know
get
what
away
he's
with
doing
and what
when
he
he
can't
can.
with her. Like he
Yeah.
knows her through and through, so he knows how to use that to his
So
advantage.
I'm gonna go with a little bit of
I mean,
insecurities for you,
how
dog.
were you able? How were you able to have multiple relationships with these women? Like, not one time did she call your phone, try to call your phone, or what did you tell her you? Where did you tell her you were going when you had relationships with multiple women?
Or
I
she knew
thought
and
the
just didn't
story was that
ask.
they
I'm
were
pretty sure it wasn't just
separated.
15, 20 minutes you were over there. You stayed.
Or she knew and just did. She knew what he was on. She knew what time it was, and she just
Anybody exploring the possibility that they might have actually been separated?
yeah.
oh,
I think that was
so actually on that point,
Like, dang,
so
hello, can you bring some bread and butter home while you out? Like, you ain't get them type of phone calls.
right, like
I'm,
okay,
I'm
so
like, where was she?
they said that Jackson originally claimed he and his wife were separated at the time of the affair, and he posted and deleted a video stating that he did not cheat on her. So he kind of solidifying the fact that they were
Hear
separated.
crickets. I just hear crickets.
okay. So that changes the game as well, though, because maybe he just became a hoe while he was free to roam. They were separated, so he just like, all
But that
right.
don't make you a hoe. If you're free to roam, you're not a hoe.
No, I'm just like I meant like
I know what
just
you mean.
yeah, just I'm just using it. Like, you know, go
I'd be
ahead and
like,
be a hot
Derek,
voice
come on now, Derek.
city
Come
boy.
on.
Go
Derek,
ahead and
come
be a
on.
city boy while you separated,
Come on,
okay?
Derek, come on.
Real quick. And it all just came back. It all just came back once they were fixing the relationship or whatever the case may be. Like, oh, so and so. I mean, and it could be a black male thing where old girl or mistresses are upset because he was supposed to be divorcing his wife. Come to find out, they fixing the relationship and they working out, and now you ain't do what you said you was gonna do. So guess what? It's all about to come out now.
So a question I have for you ladies is where does his career go from here? Since he was mostly a public figure on social media, he was basically baiting women to be attracted to him, to like what he had to say. His entire entity was based on this love situation, and he ain't even
Conscious
loving
love.
his wife correctly. So, how do you think? Where does he go from here?
Listen, he could stay the same. He got this. He still got the followers. He could use what he just went through as the I'm the guy. Listen, I'm telling you right because I did it. Like I
Mm.
know
That is an angle.
because
Mm-hmm.
this is what I did. So ladies, do this and do that. I mean, but the only thing that's gonna be an issue is you're saying all this, but your wife's still sticking with you. I don't know if they gonna. I don't know. I don't know.
I think
He can
really
use that though. He can use
the
it.
that they were separated. I think they were separated, and that he will come out okay. Honestly, I really think that they were separated, and she was probably frustrated at the fact that she even had to come back and address something that they probably are putting
Talked
in their
about.
past, and they might still be separated. And she like, okay, now I got to get into this publicly when that wasn't the idea. Now the church got to hear about infidelities and things like that. And and I really think that he might be able to play this. Honestly, the message that he was given, and I know this is an unpopular opinion, the message that he was given, I don't know about still giving, but it's not that he was incorrect about some of the things
Exactly.
that
He
he
was
was
right.
saying. Like I mean, you might not like the messenger, but the message is still correct.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think that he might be able to speak about this perspective and about cheating if he decides to be transparent.
Hmm.
But at this
And
point, I
put
don't think
himself
many
in
people
it.
are going to listen to him if he doesn't decide to be completely transparent about the situation. So if he does do that, I think his career might be okay. And we already see that people are going a lot easier on him and a lot harder on the women, which is what people do
But
anyway.
doesn't this sound so familiar, Jada Pickett?
Jada, don't get
Mm,
me started.
That's true.
familiar. Sounds
Poor
like
Will.
familiar. Okay, to wrap this up,
But through all of this, there's still gonna be
go ahead,
there's still gonna
Letitia.
be women that will still want to be with him,
Oh yes.
Yeah, and they gonna
despite of
still
all
listen
of
too.
this.
And that's what I was.
Yep.
And that's what Taisha was saying. They still gonna listen because, like you said, the message is still legit. Like he's still telling you the right. Like the advice he's giving is like
I
it'll
don't
have
like
you thinking. Yeah, I don't either. But the advice is good. I mean, I guess if you need to go through some stuff and you need somebody to tell you what to do, that sound like like what you going through. That's like okay, that's me. Okay, yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
right. So they still gonna listen.
Yeah.
They gonna listen.
So, to wrap up the conversation, thank you, ladies, for joining me for this topic. You guys are so great. I enjoyed this
You're
conversation.
Thanks for having us.
Oh
You're
my
awesome
God.
podcast.
And for all of the listeners, if you have anything that you'd like to say, or if you'd like to be on the podcast, you guys can reach out to me on my Instagram page. I am on Instagram at the naked eye __. You can also follow me on Facebook. On my page is the naked eye. And if you have any topics that you would like me to cover, you can shoot me a DM there or on Instagram. And yeah, so we will be back probably the week after next with another good topic. And ladies, thank you for joining me again. And if anyone has any tags or anything that they like to give for their stuff, Taisha, you have your realtor stuff. Did you have any hashtags or anything?
I don't have any hashtags, but you guys can follow me at least for my vlog on at Planet Thai _Planet Thai, or watch us trip on Instagram, and then my YouTube as well is one stamp at a time, and then I'm sorry I have a lot, and then my
And the
real
time,
estate
TYE.
is Taisha Sharif at Advantage Team EXP Realty, and you can find me there.
And Letitia, you have your cleaning company?
I couldn't even hear.
Letitia, you
I
got
just
your
seen this. I couldn't even hear.
I said, did you want to share your tags for your cleaning company?
Yeah, you can
Lord.
look me up at Touch of Faith Cleaning
I
Service,
can't.
also on Facebook. And follow me on Instagram.
You would say it again.
You have to type that in the comments.
Yeah.
Right. I'll type that up. But thank you guys, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Bye.